Hi, it's the 29th of May and welcome to today's tax update. After more than 2 months of restrictive measures to tackle the COVID-19 outbreak, we are pleased to see the gradual return to normality, which we are also implementing within Deloitte with a careful return to the office in stages with full protective measures to ensure the health and safety of our people and our clients. Before diving into our tax update for this month, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the Deloitte Cyprus tax team for winning the Cyprus Tax Firm of the Year award from the International Tax Review for 2020. This is the 5th time in the last 8 years that Deloitte Cyprus has won this prestigious international tax award. Congratulations to all, and thank you for making us proud. We will start today's webcast with a closer look at the local developments. Our first development relates to a decree that was issued with regard to the deadline for the submission of the 2018 corporate income tax returns and personal income tax returns of individuals preparing audited financial statements. Due to the continuous disruption in work over the last 2 months, the deadline, which was originally extended from the 31st of March to the 1st of June, is now further extended to the 30th of June 2020. Our next development relates to an amending income tax law that was recently published and relates to the tax incentives introduced back in 2017 for investing in innovative small and medium-sized enterprises. The incentives provided for the tax deduction for individuals investing in innovative enterprises subject to certain conditions. According to the amending law, these provisions have now been extended until the 30th of June 2021. Within the context to tackle the effects of COVID-19, some further measures have been voted during this month. More specifically, with respect to the rented properties, an amending income tax law has been voted which aims to provide tax incentives to landlords who rent their property to individuals or companies so as to voluntarily reduce the rent amount for a period of up to 3 months. The amendment provides that landlords who reduce the rent amount for a maximum period of 3 months in the year 2020 will be allowed a tax credit by an amount equal to 50% of the rent reduction. However, eligibility of the tax credit is based on the condition that the rent reduction is between 30 and 50% of the monthly rent, and the landlord and the tenant are not related parties. Another measure in response to COVID-19 is the extension of the deadline for the payment of the social insurance contributions by self-employed individuals. This applies for the contributions for the first quarter of 2020, which were due by the 10th of May. The new deadline is now the 10th of July. The relevant decree has been issued by the Minister of Labour, Welfare and Social Insurance, which was published in the Official Gazette on the 4th of May 2020. Lastly, on the local developments, a draft bill has been submitted to Parliament which proposes the reduction of the annual companies levy that all Cyprus registered companies are required to pay, and at the same time exempt small companies from this obligation. Watch this space for more details as they develop. Moving on to international developments, following its ratification by Cyprus, the multilateral instrument has entered into force on the 1st of May 2020. As a reminder, Cyprus signed the MLI on the 7th of June 2017 and deposited its final MLI position on the 23rd of January 2020, including the 59 tax treaties that it wishes to be covered by the MLI. It is noted that for a treaty to be covered by the MLI, both signatories need to have signed the convention, included each other in their list of covered tax agreements, and deposited their instrument of ratification. We will close off today's tax update with a brief reminder of the deadlines coming up. As there is no tax deadline for the 31st of May, we will look at the deadlines for the 30th of June. As mentioned earlier, 30th of June is the new deadline for the electronic submission of the income tax return for companies and individuals preparing audited financial statements for the tax year 2018. It is also the deadline for the payment of the tax balance for the tax year 2019 through self-assessment by self-employed individuals who do not prepare audited financial statements. And finally, the 30th of June is a deadline for the payment of the SDC on rents, dividends, and interest from sources outside of the Republic for the first 6 months of 2020. This concludes our tax update for this month. Thank you for watching.